Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to High Score Girl episode 7. In fact, we're actually going to do both 7 and 8 today. Yeah, there's not really anything else I need to record today. Tuesdays are normally just High Score Girl, and then if I need to, I have it scheduled to record Let's Play footage. But I've already got still 5 more weeks, including this week, of Let's Play footage already recorded and ready to upload, so... so we're going to do 2 episodes today. So yeah. Last time we left off, Ono had finally returned, and because of it, Hidaka kind of got thrown a little to the wayside by our main character, whose name I can never remember. I think it's Haruo, actually. It might be. I'm not 100%. I'm just going to say Haruo for now. But either way, he kind of, he's obviously focused on trying to reignite his friendship with Ono, but she seems almost like she's trying to avoid him, like she's afraid of just how much they might have changed. But it showed in the end there that she clearly does still hold her time with him before in very high regard, as she does still have the necklace, which, well, the ring that she converted into a necklace. And as I mentioned last time, she has, the chain goes below her top, so it's like kind of resting against her heart, which is usually a sign of love. That's usually, in terms, not necessarily always in real life, but in terms of media, that's usually showcased to be a sign of love or deep affection towards someone when you do that kind of thing. At least from everything I've seen. So, yeah. We have that going. And I think Hidaka is going to struggle to try to get back into Haruo's life, because she clearly loves him. Like, that's not even hidden. She's basically admitted it. I talked before about how I was hoping this wasn't going to descend into a love triangle thing, and it still technically hasn't, and I'm still hoping it doesn't. Even though there are 2 girls who are interested in him, he doesn't actually show any romantic interest in either of them. So I'm hoping it kind of either stays that way, or it just doesn't take a romantic route in the end, and they just remain friends. And heck, maybe even Hidaka and Ono will become friends too. I would be all for that. I just don't want to get into the stereotypical love triangle drama bullshit, basically. Either way, this is a really good show. Not like my favorite or anything, but as I've said in the past, it's really important with its clear love for the video game genre and, well, media style, as well as just the general overall feeling of it. It just has this wonderful, like, how do I put it? It has this wonderful, like, just care, this amount of care that was put into it. Like, again, I don't know if that's indicative of its original source material or not, but either way, there was a lot of effort put into this show. And it shows. And I'm happy about that, because that's always a positive. I mean, you could look at other big examples like One Punch Man. The first season of One Punch Man was made on a pretty average budget, yet watching the show you'd think it would have a massive one. But it's because the creators were so invested in the series, the staff who worked on it were just that invested in it, that they put forth all of their effort, all of their time, all of their care into making it the best possible. And look how it turned out. And who knows how Season 2 is going to turn out with different staff and everything working on it under a different company. But hopefully it'll be just as good, if not better. But either way, High Score Girl is one of those shows that it just feels like the staff working on it really cared about it, and really cared on making it the best possible. And it shows. It very clearly shows. So, yeah. Either way, we're going to get into it. We have 2 episodes. Now, I'm not 100% how many episodes does this have in total? 12. So after this, there will be 4 more episodes left, because we're doing, once again, 7 and 8 today. I am doing this on Netflix, because, I mean, it's on Netflix. And we have the option. I do want to check something real quick. Yeah, I was going to say, because I was wondering what what the audio was set to, and it's set to English, because I did check out the English dub of it. But no, I want to set it to Japanese with English subtitles. So yeah, I'm hoping to enjoy these next 2 episodes, and we'll see where it goes. In the meantime, thank you all so much for tuning in, and let's just get this started. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts, and will contain spoilers to the episode. Well, episodes. That being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. Okay, and we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so I think I was proven wrong. I think he does have feelings for her. In fact, I think he very much has feelings for her. But I don't think he knows it. He's used the term rivals. He's now going with the master-student relationship, and there's various other ways to put it that he's... I almost feel like kind of avoiding the fact that he has feelings. And I don't think he's, like, fully come to realize it. I think he more, like, in his mind, that's how he views it, because he's so into video games. He sees that relationship as being more valid. He hasn't really given a lot of thought to his life, to his relationships with other just regular people. He met Ono and became close to her because of the games, and so he views it in that kind of mindset. But I think that he really, really does like her. Which, that does bring up a little bit of a worry as well, because with Hideka likes him very much. And I'm really hoping this doesn't go into a love triangle. But I also don't want Hideka to, like, have her heart broken. Like, I like Hideka. She's cute, she's nice, she's really caring, and she's willing to take, even though she's not, like, super interested in gaming, she's willing to, like, experience all of this and play with him because she respects his passion and just straight up in general cares about him. So, I mean, that's honestly one of the biggest things you can do with someone you love, to take interests in their passions, even if it's something that you normally wouldn't be into. It's something that a lot of people have always talked about, because it shows that even if you're not personally into it, it shows that you care enough about them to give it a chance. And that's important. And it definitely shows that her love isn't just some random infatuation. And we know it didn't just come out of nowhere either, because we saw how it evolved. How she had this curiosity towards him, this interest in him that was born more of being unsure of what to think about him, and how it bloomed into these romantic feelings that have gone, like, to the point where she was, like, not really sure about it, kind of denying it a little, but now she's just completely open about it, just not to him. And even others can tell. Even others have been able to tell that she's into him. But yeah, I think it's starting to get more clear that it's moving more towards him ending up with Ono. And here's the thing. that was set up from early in the show, before Hideka's introduction. So it's not like that's too hard to watch or it's coming out of nowhere or anything. Again, we had that from the beginning of the show to look forward to. So it was built up properly. The Hideka thing came in later after Ono had left, and it's cute, and I would be okay with it. But I think right now, yeah, it's definitely leaning towards Ono. So either way, these episodes were pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Two good episodes that really focused on giving our characters, like, the needed resolutions to a couple things. The first one was really, episode 7 was really about coming to a kind of turning point in Haruo and Ono's pre-return, or post-return, I guess you could say, relationship. The fact that she's been kind of avoiding him and everything, and the fact that he's been trying to get back into playing games with her. And it's covering the fact, it's covering all that, and it shows that you could very easily tell that she still wants to play games with him. She still wants to become friends with him again. But you can tell she's very nervous about it, and she's always been that way. Ono has always been kind of unsociable. Really, he was her first friend. She lives in this world where her family is very, very well off. She has all of these private lessons and just no time to really enjoy herself. She has to basically sneak away just to be able to go to the arcades and stuff. So it's like she just hasn't had the time to be able to be herself and make friends. So when Haruo came along and they started connecting, that's why it was so hard for her to let him go when she had to leave for America. And why she kept that ring so close to her heart all those years. 2.5 years, because she truly valued that friendship she made, and because he didn't care that she was a girl playing games, which in this time period was not as common. The fact that he actually looked up to her, acknowledged her skill, and valued the time they spent playing games together, it meant something to her. Around him, she could be herself. She didn't have to put on this guise of just unreachability. She didn't have to seem like this person who was just so far out of his league. She could just be a gamer. And so when she returns, it's been 2.5 years. They've been separated. She's afraid to get back into that. She's afraid because she's been without it for 2.5 years, and she's afraid that he won't be the same person she fell for. But I think that fight they had, and the revelation that they missed each other so much, is exactly what they needed. The fight to let out all their pent-up frustration from not being able to reunite in the way that they wanted. And then to come to terms with the fact that, yes, they both wanted to see each other and spend time together so much. She kept that cheap little plastic quarter machine ring on a necklace, again, by her heart, all this time. She kept it close to her because it meant so much. And again, it's a cheap plastic ring. It's practically worthless in terms of actual value, but in its value to her specifically, it means more than anything. And he's been training, trying to become better just to be able to reach her level, to be able to give her the fight she deserves in a silly little game. And of course, he doesn't view it that way. He views these games very importantly, and so does she. And he knows that. And he wants to be able to give her an awesome fight. He spent all this time training just for her. And that's awesome. And she now sees how much he missed her. And that he is the same person. And we see at the end there when she goes to get cleaned up and they're walking home together, or walking back to the hotel together. It's clearly symbolic of them having mended their relationship. And I think going forward, it's going to continue to be so. And I like that this little plot line with her being this way, with her being so nervous to reignite this relationship, only lasted a couple episodes. I'm really glad that this didn't last too much longer, because it could have been a little annoying. No, the show kept it to a proper time. It paced it well. A lot of shows could learn from this. Little Witch Academia and so many other shows could learn from this kind of thing, from this kind of deal. You have to be able to pace these things out properly. You cannot just keep things in the dark, or keep these little these plot threads going for too long. And again, as I've said with Little Witch Academia in the past, when I did the reactions again back on the old channel, they did make it work in the end, but it was still annoying to have to sit through for all that time. And it almost made me drop the show, as you remember. For those of you who are on the old channel. But yeah, this show really did it right here with with pacing that out. And yeah, I just really, really enjoyed these episodes. The Street Fighter tournament, it felt big. It felt like this big event that the show had been building up to. Street Fighter's been a massive part of this entire series. So having it build up to this big tournament where these two like truly reunite, where they get to face each other, and Ono doesn't give up even though she has those broken buttons, it's clear that she wanted to give him a proper fight too. And yes, she could have told them that the buttons were broken, but she didn't want to, as it was kind of explained there, she didn't want to distract from the hype that was going on. She didn't want to just take down the mood of everything by having them have to wait and all for the buttons to be replaced or whatever. It's just she wanted to compete against him. All in all, I think these were, like I said, great episodes. I think this was a fantastic little arc we had, and I can't wait to see where it goes next, though I do have a feeling that we are going to move into the love triangle stuff. Sorry, I kept getting distracted. The TV is actually on right now. I just have it muted and all. I was watching some stuff on it before, and Impractical Jokers is on, and it's just like I got a little distracted, sorry. But yeah, I think it's going to start moving into the love triangle stuff. There's only 4 more episodes left, so that's probably what the next little arc is going to be about. Hideka probably getting jealous, seeing that he's reconnecting with Ono and stuff, and I think, again, in the end, he's going to be with Ono, but I also think that Hideka is going to retain her relationship as a very close friend with him. I don't think that's going to change. At least I hope not. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping for a lot of good to come from these final episodes. And it's like, yeah, this series is proving to be wonderful. I'm really glad I got back into it. I'm really glad I decided to resurrect it from after having dropped it. I think that was a fantastic choice and something I really wish I had done sooner. Hell, I wish I hadn't ended up having to drop it back before when I had to make room in my schedule. But either way, yeah, it's just wonderful to be back, and wonderful to get to see this all. And because who knows when I would have ended up getting to it if I didn't bring it back for reactions. Either way, tell me in the comments below what you thought of these episodes of High Score Girl. Tell me what you thought of this little arc with Ono and Haruo. And thank you all so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,